In this video, I'm going to be going over where does APT get software from. So it depends. So where does APT get software from? It depends on your distro and the mirrors you select. But since I'm on Ubuntu, when I type in software for APT to get, and it gets only software from Ubuntu repos. So where does APT get software from? Depends on your distro, right? So if you're on Debian, you're going to get it from, if I was using Debian, APT would be getting software from Debian repos. It's important to note that when you are on Ubuntu, you get software from only Ubuntu repos by default, and you do not get any software from Debian repos if you are on Ubuntu by default, right? By default. Why can't you download software from Debian repositories on Ubuntu? You technically, You technically can get APT to download software from Debian repositories if you know how to work APT, but it's a bad idea to do so. Why is it a bad idea to download software from Debian repositories if you're on Ubuntu? Basically, it's technical incompatibilities. There'll be massive version mismatches, and some of the packages will be packaged slightly differently to work on that distro. Basically, using repositories for distros other than your own distro can mess things up in funny ways. What works on one distro isn't always going to work on another. Are there any other ways to get software other than distro created and hosted repositories? You can get on Ubuntu, you can get software from PPAs or personal package archives, which is something I'll go over in a future video. How does APT automatically know where to get sources from without me telling it? So APT knows where and how to get software on Ubuntu because it's set up with the distro itself. When you install the operating system itself, when I install the distro, it comes pre-installed, and APT comes with it pre-installed with pre-made lists and repositories telling APT where to go and download the software. So that is where APT gets its software.